Hey, Macy. I was hoping to ask you for a favor. I need your help in looking after the kids starting tomorrow for just 4 days. I'll be back on Monday.
I'm truly sorry, but I won't be able to assist this time. My workload is quite heavy, and I need to concentrate on it. If you could give me a heads up a couple of days in advance next time, I might be able to arrange something. I understand you and Mom have been planning this trip, but regrettably, I won't be able to take care of the kids.
You're the most suitable person to watch over the children. You can work while keeping an eye on them. You mainly watch news and online videos, right?
It's not as straightforward as you think.
What? Then who can look after them? We've been eagerly anticipating this trip for weeks.
Mom didn't inform me about your trip. However, as I mentioned, I really can't manage it due to my workload.
We've planned a girls' weekend, staying at an incredible all-inclusive resort. They offer free massages, and there's a jacuzzi in the hotel room. We've been so excited about it.
I genuinely have no idea, but even if I had known, my work commitments would still prevent me from helping out. I have a major project with a tight deadline, and I need to give it my full attention.
I understand your job is important, but you can come up with any excuse you want. Mom and I are determined to go on this trip. My husband is still away on business, so you were our best option.
I understand your situation, but I can't compromise on my work either. I genuinely wish I could help, especially for Mom's sake. However, my workload is non-negotiable right now. By the way, I contribute financially to Mom's household, so it's not like I'm taking advantage of her generosity.
Yes, I get it. You won't fully grasp the responsibilities of adulthood until you've lived on your own and faced challenges independently. Perhaps taking care of my kids this weekend will give you a taste of that. And if you can't help, who else will be able to watch my children?
If you had mentioned this trip earlier, I might have been able to make arrangements. But springing it on me last minute doesn't leave me with many options.
I honestly forgot. Why are you being so difficult? You need to prioritize our requests. Considering everything Mom has done for you, it's the least you can do.
Alessia, I can't.
I don't want to have to break my children's hearts by telling them their aunt doesn't want to spend time with them. Is that really what you want?
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
It would have been much easier if you had agreed from the beginning. Thanks.
A few days later.
Alessia, I have something important to discuss with you. Mom mentioned that she's feeling extremely tired and worn out.
Seriously?
It's possible that she fell ill after the 3-day trip, but she should recover soon. I had to take Mom to the hospital.
Are you kidding me?
Why would I lie about something like this?
All right, I'll head to the hospital.
Thanks. I have an important online meeting to attend right now. I can't miss it.
How could Mom get sick? She was perfectly healthy during the trip.
I think it's because she hasn't been feeling well since the trip over the past few days. She's been skipping meals to spend time with her friends and taking cold showers late at night.
Why didn't you stop her from skipping meals and showering late at night? It's all your fault.
I prepared meals for her, but she refused to eat them. I also advised her against late-night cold showers, but she completely disregarded my advice.
If you had reminded her more or prepared more delicious dishes, maybe she wouldn't have acted this way.
How can I keep reminding her? She's not a baby. Alessia, I have a lot of work on my plate. My job has been incredibly demanding lately. Moreover, I couldn't finish my tasks last week because I was looking after your children and managing the household chores. What more do you expect from me?
Macy, you have a responsibility to look after her. It seems like you're neglecting that duty.
Do you realize what you're saying?
You're nothing but a leech. You can't do anything useful for this family.
I consistently try my best to help both you and Mom. I'm such an idiot.
Macy, you need to check your attitude. Do you honestly believe that spending your entire day glued to your phone and computer can help you buy a house and live independently? It's impossible. Wake up, Macy.
I can't believe you're saying such things to me. Who the heck do you think you are?
Well, Macy, that's simply the harsh truth.
I'll get out of here.
Oh, please. I recognize those as empty words, filled with cliches. You can do as you please, but you certainly can't manage without both Mom and me.
A few weeks later.
Macy, do you have an issue? How could you purchase such terrible food? I'm still not feeling well.
Mom, what's wrong with the food? If you don't like it, I can get something else for you.
Something else. The alternative dish is just as awful as this one. All the food you buy is exceptionally subpar. Only Alessia knows how to procure food that suits my taste.
I apologize if the food didn't meet your expectations. However, there aren't many options available nearby, and the heavy rain makes it difficult to go far for other dishes.
So, because of your inaction, you can't fetch it for me? I'm serious, you know? I wish Alessia could look after me.
Why don't you ask Alessia to come and take care of you then?
Alessia is swamped with her own responsibilities, including taking care of her kids. She is a married woman.
After the trip you took with Alessia, you fell ill. I tried to care for you, but you flatly refused. You even criticized me. How can you treat me like this?
I just speak my mind.
Why do you always favor Alessia and treat me unfairly? What about me?
Don't you have a family and a stable job?
I have my job, but I'm here with you. I have my own responsibilities to manage, yet I still make an effort to handle the household chores. I even look after Alessia's children, and today I took time off from work to be here for you.
Work? All you do is spend the whole day scrolling through useless things on the internet. If you genuinely worked hard, you could be self-sufficient and buy your own apartment.
I can't believe you'd say that to me. If I don't have a job, where do I get the money? I consistently provide you with $1,800 every month. I don't live in this house for free. I contribute more than enough to support myself independently.
Do you think it's unfair? Then get out of my house, but don't forget to send me money every month. That's your responsibility. I've been nurturing and supporting you since your childhood.
Fine. I'll leave and never come back. Don't ever contact me again.
Let's see where you can go.
A few hours later.
Macy, don't you think it's time to apologize to Mom?
Why should I shoulder the blame for something that isn't my fault? In fact, I believe both you and Mom owe me an apology.
Your attitude is incredibly rude. If you genuinely apologize to Mom, both she and I will forgive you, and you can continue residing in this house.
There's no way I'm offering an apology. I'd sooner face dire consequences than admit wrongdoing. I've done everything I could for both you and Mom, but what have I received in return?
Caring for Mom falls under your responsibility. Have you forgotten that I am a married woman with my own commitments? I am exceptionally busy.
So, you claim to be busy while I have all the time in the world? I have my own life and career to attend to.
Aren't you always glued to your phone and computer, squandering your time? It appears you're sponging off Mom and the money Dad left behind.
That's far from the truth. I provide Mom with $1,800 every month, and I even contribute to purchasing essential household items. Mom has already depleted all the money Dad left us. I also buy and prepare food daily.
Are you serious?
How could I lie about this? I swear. I specifically told Mom not to disclose this to you so that you could concentrate on your work and your own family. I've tried to assist you as much as possible, but you've become increasingly unreasonable. What do I receive in return? Nothing but disdain?
I find it hard to believe. Mom told me that both you and she rely on Dad's inheritance. That's why you still reside with Mom in this house.
I'm profoundly disappointed in her, and what about you? Aren't you also complicit in this situation? You continually push me to care for your children to the extent that they spend more time with me than they do with you. I can no longer endure being around you and Mom.
I'm sorry. I should have recognized this earlier. If I had known, I certainly wouldn't have treated you that way.
It's too late for apologize. I've reached my breaking point, and I've decided to leave this place forever.
Where are you planning to relocate?
I absolutely won't divulge that information to you. I've been trying to escape from this place. Why would I tell you? Please don't disrupt my life any further.
Please, accept my apology.
There's no need to apologize. I'll never accept it.
1 month later.
Macy, how have you been? It's been 2 whole months since our last meeting, and I've been missing you every single day.
I'm doing just fine. What's going on?
I've been feeling your absence, so I decided to reach out.
Really? Are you genuinely missing me, or do you miss the things I used to do for you?
It's been such an extended period without you returning home. It's hard for me to believe you've gone so far away. It's become incredibly challenging for me to catch up with you.
That's precisely what I wanted. I truly hope to avoid any further encounters with you and Alessia.
Why would you say something so hurtful? It's not only rude, but deeply upsetting.
Hurtful? Have you ever considered the pain you caused me in the past?
I'm sorry for my past mistakes, but it's not acceptable for you to say that.
I'm simply expressing my honest thoughts.
Yes, you're right. But, Macy, you must understand that life has been incredibly challenging for me since you left. It feels as if my world has been turned upside down. Can't you come back and live with us again?
Absolutely not. Is Alessia there with you?
Alessia hasn't been able to offer any assistance. She even asked me to babysit the kids, and she's facing financial difficulties herself. Furthermore, she didn't visit me during my hospital stay.
It's interesting how you once told me that only Alessia cared for you and took care of you.
Regardless of how many times I've asked for her help, it seems she's unable to provide any support. She's even used her busy schedule as a reason for not visiting me. She also hasn't repaid the money she borrowed for the trip.
You and Dylan used the money I gave you for a trip, and now you're saying that Dylan hasn't reimbursed you? How can you make such claims? First, you blamed me, and now you're shifting the blame onto her. Take a good look in the mirror, Mom. It's no one's fault but your own. Stop playing the victim and take responsibility for your actions. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I feel so embarrassed, but how am I supposed to manage this household, let alone afford it?
That's not my concern. If you need financial help, you can find a job. You've taken my contributions for granted for far too long.
Please, Macy, come back. Life has been so dull without you here by my side.
Oh, so life is unexciting without the money I used to provide?
No, Macy, I didn't mean it.
I've never been happier living on my own. My life is better than ever, and I have no intention of returning. Please refrain from any further attempts at reconciliation or contacting me. Your actions towards me have caused considerable pain, and I cannot find it within myself to forgive you.
Afterwards.
After settling into my new residence, my personal and professional life gradually found stability. However, lingering concerns from my mother persisted. Consequently, I enlisted a friend to check on her well-being. To my dismay, it became evident that my mother could no longer manage living independently or caring for herself. Consequently, she had to relocate and now resides with the Alessia family. Regrettably, my mother's unyielding and controlling nature consistently led her to impose her will upon others. This dynamic ultimately led to the separation of Alessia and her husband, with Alessia's children now residing with their father due to her inability to care for them. Alessia and my mother eventually returned to their previous residence, but their personalities clashed significantly, and they had no alternative living arrangements. Consequently, they had to coexist while actively avoiding each other's company, even though they shared the same living space. It's an incredibly frustrating situation. Meanwhile, my career has been thriving, and I've been prioritizing self-care. I had the opportunity to meet a gentleman in my neighborhood who displayed exceptional politeness, kindness, and a special affection toward me. After spending significant time getting to know each other, we decided to embark on a romantic relationship. I'm thrilled to have moved away from that challenging living situation, gaining the independence to shape my own life. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing for more content. See you next time!